Welcome once again to my stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I almost played copyright music right there. That would have got me banned immediately. But I am on and it is looking quite good. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to another episode of Damie's Views. And today we're doing a college profile. And today, college? What do you mean college? Carlton review. And we're doing that a go or no go. Technically, I don't know what we're gonna call this at this moment, but I'm gonna call the title is The Ultimate Hype. But does it live up to the hype? Does it fail against the hype? Does it do stuff that I don't want it to do? Does it do the things that are unnecessary? But so let's get right into it. So for Carlton, I had some initially great reviews for a view of Carlton. Up until literally 2 days ago, I had a very nice and upbeat vibe from Carlton. But in recent times, I am not as ambitious or willing to go to Carlton, but it is still high up in my rankings as I have ranked very few universities, with Ottawa being the first and the worst. We're gonna do a redo for Ottawa. I butchered them too much. It was too much theory and no substance, But now I have this cool book, the University Guide from Maclean's 2022 edition, with 80 school profiles and I don't know. Yeah, the University handbook, and it's really cool. It's very nice. I put the thing for our university that we're reviewing on the screen, but I also have something cool that I want to show you. I added a cool thing to the thing, so now we have Damie's Views in the top, and I have a cool border, and it's cool and nice and cool. You can know the channel that you're on every time you look at the thing. You don't have to be confused. You're not watching David Dobrik, you're watching Damie's Views. That's good to know. But we're getting off topic. What we're doing here is reviewing Carlton. And my views were great, really great. They was my number one choice. But now it is not my number one choice. But I don't have a number one choice anymore. But the view is that it's still really good, a school, but it's a bit worse. But it does talk about a cool thing that I think about universities here in Canada, and how I see them as I've been looking through this book, and this book will help me make some nice content, and even maybe consider some colleges. I don't know, but at the moment I'm still focusing on university, and let's see what I think of and what I've learned and researched about this and this kind of thing. So we're gonna start off with a summary, a little blurb from the book. No, we'll do the book after, but we'll show. I've added some cool stuff here. I'm gonna show it off. A quick blurb about the school right here. And it was founded in 1942. It has a budget of $515 million, excluding the ancillary fees. So I don't know exactly what that means, but I'll find that out eventually. It's situated on 62 hectares just south of Ottawa City Centre, bordered by the Rideau River, this historical Rideau Canal, and pleasant residential neighborhoods. 5 kilometers of underground tunnels conveniently link the university buildings. I took this screenshot directly from their website because I'm cool. I also took this the logo from the website because I am also cool. But it's a cool thing that I have here. Trying to level up the production value on this, and this is how I'm doing it. So I'm going to take away the quick blurb, and then we're going to put some quick facts up here, where we have 2,726, no, 27,000 undergraduate students. We have 4,383 graduate students, 3,610 um, capacity, 10 houses for residents, and with the a nice quarter ratio for part time in undergraduates, and for undergraduates is a nice 3/4 are full time, and nice quarter is part time. I'm going to be a full time student, so I don't care about being part time because that's not a good time. A good usage of my time. I want to take the full experience, so I'll be living most likely in residence for any university I'm going to, but looks like it's not primarily Carleton at the moment, but it's Carleton. I thank God for Carleton because they've helped me out. Um, and quick fact: it was founded in 1942. Very not recent, but like recent, more recent than basically all of U.S.'s universities, and I've noticed that as like something that is just generally something that is like almost all of the universities except for like the very prestigious ones like McGill, Toronto, UBC a little bit. I think UBC is younger than the rest, but a lot of them are recent. A lot of the prestigious ones are the old ones, and then all the other ones are newer. And though the gap is not as giant, it is interesting. And it looks like I've figured out the key to being the biggest university in Canada is literally just be the first person to have the name of your city or province in your name. Because literally in the rankings for this, the number one in for the doctoral category was number two was Toronto, and UBC was number three. And in with comprehensive, you had Victoria and Waterloo taking first and third positions because Simon Fraser is also takes the first spot, shares the first spot with Victoria University. Really cool stuff, but that's not what we're here for. I need to get more focused, but that's what the grind is for. But we'll continue. It was created for World War II veterans back in 1942, and no, no, please, my thing is going insane. Okay, because I have my mom's computer on the side, she got a call, and Apple was notifying her on every single device from her her Mac Mini to the MacBook Pro here. But so that's a cool moment, I guess, that I can rewatch once I watch this painfully. But now let's talk about the campus. The campus is quite nice. I've been there. I was there last Saturday. That's why I didn't stream. Or was it why? No, it wasn't why I didn't stream. It's just I didn't stream that day. I could have streamed that day, but I feel like I wanted to have this so that I could have some nice rankings to talk about and utilize this thing here, this book and the rankings that are inside. And it's a beautiful campus, connected, modern looking inside and out. It's just very cool. The 5 kilometers of underground tunnels are quite nice. I've been inside them. That sounds nice. But I've been in them, I guess, and they're quite nice. They're quite roomy. They're exactly how a tunnel should be. Like they're not dirty, but they're also not like dystopian. So that's a great thing to see. I liked the way that the atmosphere was really tight and nice, and I don't know many architecture terms, but there was a lot of glass infrastructure. The Nicole building, beautiful, that they built last year, that they opened last year, and I'll read the blurb now, and we'll see some other stuff inside there. And I'll just return to the page. I had it open, but I closed it because I needed to show something from there. But I'll read it. Carleton University takes advantage of its location, and this is all coming from the McLean's book that I mentioned previously. Carleton University takes advantage of its location in the nation's capital. Computer science students participate in paid co-op placements at leading technology companies in the city, such as Shopify and Ericsson. Many students work as political aides and pages on Parliament Hill. Carleton was the first university in Canada to establish a graduate degree in public administration, and is also home to the world's oldest 40-year journalism program. It boasts one of the largest engineering faculties in the country and continues to expand its cognitive science program. Many of Carleton's programs focus on wellness and sustainability. Carleton is a compassionate and connected community with a shared vision for purposeful, positive change, says President Benoit Antoine Bacon. Every member of our community can be themselves, pursue their dreams, challenge what's possible, and become a catalyst for a better world. The Institute for Advanced Research and Innovation in Smart Environments, ARISE, very nice, nice acronym there, right there, which focuses on applied research in clean technology, health technology, and communications technology, and the health buildings and the health science building provide state-of-the-art facilities. The Nicole Building, a place of collaborative learning and the new home of the Sprout School of Business, opened last year. Construction is set to begin on a new multi-purpose wellness hub that will offer a variety of programs and services and connect to athletic facilities. Now they have this thing that they have the standout programs, and the standout programs are health sciences. This interdisciplinary career-focused program provides a broad foundation and is organized under around 5 concentrations, including environment and health, health throughout the life, and disability and chronic illness. Then they have engineering, that is students get a hand-on experience and in-depth theory. Specializations include aerospace engineering, civil engineering, and architectural conservation and sustainability engineering. Commerce, students develop business skills and professional contacts, can choose from 8 concentrations, and take advantages of co-ops, studying abroad, and international business cases. Business case competition. So like stocks, finance stuff, like doing those kind of things, and then some entrepreneurship competitions. And then that I've heard about that at the open house that I went to, so that was cool. But let's talk about prices. For tuition, the average is about a $6,837 Canadian dollars, and the residence fee is from $8,648 to $12,846, and depending on which kind of room you're going into. If you're going into a double room with meals, you're going to get from $11,000 to $11,658. For a single room with meals, you have a $12,000 to $12,846, and for an 8 apartment style, you will get an $648 room. So that concludes our portion about the non-ranking portions of this stream, and now we will talk about the rankings that this university has. The rankings are based on 2022 numbers, and most likely means that I might have to do these yearly, but they'll suffice for as long as they need to. And since we're starting off this series, and we'll see if people will want me to make a new updated version each year or we'll just focus on this, or we'll find a way to make it more green for evergreen. Evergreen, yeah, evergreen. So for number 5, for their ranking overall, for the ranking, they are placed in the comprehensive universities, meaning that they have a significant number of research activity and a wide range of programs in both undergraduate and graduate levels, where another university like Toronto or McGill is placed in the medical doctoral grouping, where they are for places that are mostly based on graduate studies and medicine kind of thing. And there's also primarily undergraduate, where they're mostly focused on undergraduate studies and things that are like that. And so for that, Carleton fits into number 5 and is beaten by, let's see who they're beaten by again. I didn't write that down, but now that I think about it, I should tell you who beats them. Beaten by Guelph, Waterloo, Victoria, and Simon Fraser, with Simon Fraser and Victoria not being in Ontario, but in BC. So they get number 5 in the in that. Next, we go over to some the budget per student, how much they're spending on you as a student in their university, and they're spending $12,529 spending per student, and that places them in number 9 for that ranking. And they are beaten by a couple schools, but which one is it? Which one are they beat by? Let's see. Wait. I'm wrong page. They are beaten by Regina, York, Victoria, Wilfrid, Ryerson, New Brunswick, Simon Fraser, and Memorial, which with Memorial spending an average of $16,759 per student. For student services, so like how many student services they have, like how people view their student services and how many student services they have, they are ranked number 10. For experiential learning, for things like going to co-ops and going to internships and doing that kind of thing, they are ranked number 10, even though their standout program was a program that heavily encourages experimental learning. And in national reputation, they were the 22nd. They were 22nd place. They have a very interestingly position in the graduation rate, with a 68.5% graduation rate, from placing them in the high bottom half of a survey a measurement that literally takes 8 years, that they literally allow you to see how long it takes from 2011 to 2018. So they gave them 8 years to graduate, and you'll still only get a 68.5. And before you come at me saying that like maybe that's just an average of everyone, no, Queens gets a 89.1%. It's not, no one cracks the 90% here, but it's cool that they got an 89.1 and you get a 68.5. That's kind of sad, Carleton. That's kind of sad. That's the first one that I looked at. I was like, that's kind of interesting. But they kind of take the bag back. They kind of pick the bag up. The next one and all of these ones are no longer rated on national reputation, graduation rate, and the next one that I'm about to say, and the ones that we're going to do after that, they are not ranked based on the they're not separated, but they're now inside all together in one category. So all the universities that are ranked here are based on that, and some universities that are in the book, like that have profiles, are not in the rankings because they failed to reach the lengths that they needed for the rankings. So for oh no. So oh no. It means that my mic was way too high. That's not good. Do. Ooh. It's going into the red sometimes. I don't know if that was hurting you, but but at the moment I seem to have fixed it. That's good. And I didn't put a limiter on this. I need to put a limiter back on, but I'll do that after the stream. And for student retention, they have a 91.7, placing them in 12th place. With Calgary, and student retention is based on people that enrolled in 2019 and returned to university the next year. So they're able to keep 91% of their people to come for a second year. That's good. Though they are beat by a university that does 95.6, which is a high amount, but it's not as massive as like being beat by so many points. Let me see how many points that is. 81, 89, 68. That's more than 20 points. Let's do the math. I don't want to embarrass myself and say like something that doesn't make sense. 89.1 minus 68.5. 20.6. I was basically exact. I was basically on track. Let's go. That's a victory for me. Victory for me. Victory for me. One day when I have chat here, we'll actually celebrate together. But at the moment, it's just me, and we're just making content, and I'm just celebrating by myself. But eventually, we'll get this. We'll get there, and we'll even have like celebration stuff when I get math like that. But we're gonna keep going, and for the rankings of individual studies, the Maclean's 7th annual for best an annual program. I don't know what they call it, but the 7th annual program rankings places Carleton at 19 in business, 12th in computer science, not ranked on education, 16 in engineering, and not ranked in nursing because they're not ranked. They're not known for those. And I'm gonna talk about the one that I really am angry about. Not angry, but like disappointed. How can they be? I guess maybe the new building effect hasn't been changed, and they haven't been able to rise up in the ranks yet because the new building has been made. But how can they have a 19 in business? How can they have a 19 in business? That was literally what brought me to you, and you have a 19 in business. I don't know. It's just sad that they're the 19th in business. That's kind of sad. For computer science, that's cool. Like having a 12 is respectable. It's not bad. 16, not bad. Also, Queens fans will be angry that Queens was not on top. It was not on top. It was number 7, I think. Let me make sure that I don't want to anger them too much by saying that like something that isn't true. But I don't think they're that high. You know, they're usually like they for all the hype that they give themselves. Yep, I was exactly correct. I know my name. I know my numbers. I know I have a photographic memory, my guy. I have a photographic. But I know what I'm talking about, and Queens has a number 7 on this. It's when I get to the Queens, I'm gonna be very interested. It's gonna be very interesting, and I can get one of my friends that wants to go to Queens to cringe at this video or hate me because of this video. But for the ranking, that concludes the rankings from Maclean's. I will still put one rating for for Carleton at the end. But now let's go into the verdict. we're gonna have cool transitions at some point so that we can be able to be like the verdict, and then it'll be cool. But at the moment, we're just gonna be like the verdict, a verdict. I think it's a good school. Not gonna lie, it's not a bad school. It knows how to sell itself. The hype was way too high. It's like cyberpunk level high, but not really cyberpunk level high. I'm gonna say it's like No Man's Sky level high. It's still disappointing that they failed, but it's also, yeah, maybe they're just it's just because McLean's is just biased towards like old schools. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's that kind of thing. But they use like students to do these stuff, and these getting so low scores and like sometimes barely getting in the top 10 and not even being in the top 20 in national reputation. It's kind of sad. And then with your being number 10 in experimental learning, like that's kind of sad. Like everybody knows that experimental learning is just so good. And I want to know who has the number one. Who has the number one in experimental learning? Like who won that? Who won that? Waterloo. Yeah, and I thought so. Waterloo. I checked that just before the stream. Waterloo wins. Waterloo, you're getting a point in my books, and you might be the next one we rate, depending on how I feel. And we're also going to talk about how I'm not really a business guy. I'm not leaning towards business no more as much as as much as I thought I was going to, and I'm reconsidering that and almost certain on a certain thing that I want to do. But for now, I'm gonna give Carlton an 8 out of 10. No, I still have some things to say about Carlton before I give the rating. So I'm gonna, but now you know the rating, so it's not even. So okay, I'll just leave it like that because it's an 8 out of 10. But the reason why I give it still such a high. Okay, I'm gonna give that. The reason why I think I'm giving it such a high level is because I still think that it's constantly adapting. We heard about the Nicole building. They're building it. They built it. They opened it last year. I guess the results haven't trickled in yet, but at the moment they are. It's a good choice to keep adapting. They're great. It's a great location. Beautiful school. Cool. I love all that stuff. But also, it did not live up to the hype that it gave itself. They have a great recruiter that came to our fair in here in my city, but they didn't. It was not what they did. But let's give them points. They're actually dominating on the internet. I haven't checked their Instagram profiles yet, but they have an active podcast. Like active, like not semi-active, like active. They killed one of their podcasts and made a new one, and now it's active. But the new one's active. They made an episode like literally yesterday, like it published yesterday, and then they were talking about like their thing and their portal that I don't like because it locked me out because I don't know what their username was, what my username was, because they never told me to make a username as soon as I made an account. So they're saying, okay, make a username, but also don't because I'm like, okay, I know my password, but I don't know the email. I know the email, but I also don't know the username. So I don't know what to. So if I was wrong with my password, I would not know what the username is, and I can't log in because I don't know the username because it's not looking for the profile, but looking for the username. So because it's looking for the username, it's not you looking for the email, and it just didn't work out. So I wasn't able to sign up for anything at the open house because I couldn't get in to my account because of the weird system that I will contact them about because I really want to do extra stuff with them. But and eventually maybe we'll start doing interviews with students or graduates of these schools and be able to get some feedback that is not from a corporation that wants to make money off books and selling ads. and get some nice perspective from them. I think that's so. Let's talk about what I will do with this. I may still apply to Carlton at this point, but it's too early to say anything because it's still October in grade 11. I still have quite a while to decide, but it is unequivocally no longer my first choice. I do not think it is my is yeah. I don't. It's not my first choice, and I have decided that it's that about like 2 days ago because I'm quick with these things. I decide quickly, and besides that, thank you for watching this amazing stream. It's been amazing going going through Carlton with you. I can't wait to see you on Monday, where I will explain why I'm not doing business anymore. And on Tuesday, we'll do another review. We'll watch another of those. Uh, another video. React to another video. On Thursday, I'll find some. I still don't know what to do on Thursdays and Fridays because I don't want. I don't think I'm gonna do the same thing that I used to. With I feel like the universities should stay on Saturdays because it's cool to have them on Saturdays. But I think I can go through like programs and stuff like that of individual universities, and so that you can know the. And I'll announce the university that I'm gonna re, that the next one that the Saturdays is on Friday, and we'll talk about YouTube stuff on that day. And so and I'll talk about I'll talk about YouTube stuff, and I have a good idea that I will keep to myself until Friday. So it's been fun. See ya then. I gotta subscribe, post notifications so that we can be live together. And I'm here. I haven't set a schedule yet, but we'll be able to get that down at some point. So once I get in the rhythm of this and get ready to do all this stuff. But it's been fun. It's been amazing chilling with myself and doing all that stuff. So see ya. I don't know if I'm still live. Am I still live? If I'm still live, then I guess it's the extra part of the stream. So enjoy, I guess. What else? If I'm not live, that'll be interesting too, you know. Well, at the moment, because at the moment I'm just falling off my chair, right? Because I expected it to just end like quickly, but it looks like it's taking some like 10 years to stop the stream because I'm still saying stop streaming on the thing. Wait, I didn't press the stop stream button. That's why. Okay, so I've just been chilling here for the past for the past like half a minute. Just see ya.